There we go. There we go. Okay, Sonic Mania. Once again. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. Okay. So we did Encore mode already, so let's do Mania mode and let's see. Hey Dragoon. So we could play as Ray Flying Squirrel, but I already started a game of that. So let's do Mighty, I guess. Mighty's good. Why is there like some kind of input lag? Yeah, there's like some kind of weird lag here, but hopefully it's not gonna affect the actual game. Hey! What's up, PRPHD? What should I call you, by the way? Should I call you PRPHD, or is there like another name I can call you by? What balloon head? Aladdin? The live action one? That's Ray, the flying squirrel. PR. Public relations. So, Mighty first appeared in the Sega Sonic Arcade, along with Ray the Flying Squirrel. But he's most famously known in Knuckles Chaotix. And in Knuckles Chaotix, he had a very different moveset. His moveset was, he could do like a kick flip, or a kick jump, off of walls, which allowed him to climb up walls. Pretty much all the characters in that game had some wall climbing ability. So Christian Whitehead wanted to give the characters some more original abilities, some cooler abilities. So they gave him the ability to withstand spikes when he's in a ball, and also to do this like kind of ground slam thing, which is kind of cool. Should have switched the name a long time ago, but now I'm stuck with it because everyone knows you as PR. All your homeboys and homegirls know you as PR. Let me see. They stream Power Rangers on Twitch. They're big Power Rangers fans. Yeah, I can do like this, this really cool ground slam. Like, he's, Mighty's better for beginners, whereas Ray the Flying Squirrel is better for people who like to speedrun, or for people who just like the glide ability that Ray has, which is a really cool ability. And all this zooming around. Let's see, I think... Eh, we could do a little bit of that. We should do some Blue Sphere stuff. The benefit of doing Blue Sphere is, you, like, unlock bonuses, like, extra stuff, so we should do a little bit. We won't do a lot, though. These are all the same levels from, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but they also have some new Blue Sphere stuff. Power Rangers, I used to watch it when I was a kid. Like, I used to watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers a little bit. But I haven't watched any of the new things. I know they made a new fighting game out of Power Rangers, but it doesn't look very good. Like, it's all the Power Rangers themselves instead of the Zords. Like, the only reason why anyone watched Power Rangers was for the Zords. So I'm kind of confused why they'd make the fighting game using the Zords instead. I mean, they are kind of bulky. Ash. Oh, what am I doing? I don't need a farm. There's no need. Whoops. Give me that. There we go. Did they go back in time and make it so Robotnik never existed? I'm not entirely sure what the story is in this game. There's something about, like, time travel and stuff. It's kind of weird. He can get spiked. He needs to be in a ball in order not to be spiked. I can demonstrate it in another place. Oh, look. Speed up shoes. Let's see, so we can go down in there and get the super ring. Let's see. Gotta upset that Mighty can drown. Yeah, most of the well, not most of them, all the characters can drown. Tails can swim at least. Knuckles, he can glide underwater, which is kind of weird. Ray, I don't know. I guess he can still glide underwater. In the Sonic Advance games, like, they make it so that Knuckles still glides underwater, but it looks like he's swimming, so it at least makes more sense. It's a pretty cool animation. This is a pretty cool special stage. Some people consider this to be the best special stage in all Sonic games, and I definitely can see that. You know, it's pretty good. When I first played it, it was pretty tough, but, you know, you get used to it. They use Zord armor in the fighting game? Isn't it just the special attacks in that Power Rangers fighting game? So I just saw that video, I shared it on Discord. They included Frost in MK11, so that's pretty awesome. We knew that she was gonna be in it, but we didn't know that they turned her into a cyborg, so that's pretty cool. Oh, they added skins, I see. Main problem is only 9 characters, but it's only $20. Yeah, that's a good budget. It's a poor man's fighting game. Whoops. Don't know if there's any bad Sonic portable games. There is actually. Sonic Boom. Yeah, the Sonic Boom games. Like, they're better than the console versions, but they're still not good. Like, they turned it into a Metroidvania, which is weird. Alright, let's go into this thing. Just do a little bit of this, not a lot. You know what fighting game I hope they resurrect? Primal Rage. When I was a kid, I played Primal Rage on the Sega Genesis. The Genesis port wasn't very good, but I still loved it. Like I played Primal Rage briefly in the arcades, and like after I played it, I wanted to get it for home console. Then when it was announced for home console, I wanted to get it, but the Genesis version was just not good. But yeah, that's one of those games I hope they resurrect, just like they resurrected Killer Instinct. Darkstalkers would be pretty cool too, yeah. I know the guy, I don't know his name, but the guy at Capcom that's responsible for Street Fighting games and stuff. I know he wanted to make Darkstalkers, a new Darkstalkers game. Yeah, there's a 3DS Boom game. Actually, there's two. I heard the sequel is better, but like, it ain't saying much. Fighting Vipers, you know, I remember playing that at my friend's house. He had it, and I remember it being pretty fun. You know, pretty cool. You know, back in those days, Sega Saturn days and PlayStation 1, they had so many 3D fighting games like Fighting Vipers, Battle Rita, Toshinden, Toe Ball. Remember Toe Ball? Virtua Fighter Kids. There's so many fighting games. But now it's just, like, especially like 3D fighting games, there were a lot. But now, I mean, how many 3D fighting games are there? There's just Soul Calibur, Tekken, and that's it. Even Virtua Fighter is no longer around. Like, the last one they released was Virtua Fighter 5. And that one's pretty old now. I got that one on the PlayStation 3. Catch this motherfucker. Look at this running fuck. Look at him running away. Get back here. There we go. Remember in New York City, he had everyone who wanted a sequel to... Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, like, he wanted... I didn't know it was in New York City. It was some kind of convention. Yeah, he had, everyone hold up. I thought it was like $1 bill, but I guess it was a 20, okay. This is the secret to defeating this guy. You can actually just stay right here, because those legs don't hurt you. In Sonic 2, they hurt you. But this guy, he's not too hard at all. Just gonna stay behind him. There we go. Street Fighter EX. Skullomania from that game was kind of neat looking, but I never played it. Comic-Con, I see. I would love to go to Comic-Con. Oh, cool. Were you one of those dudes holding up the $20 bill? The remix music in this game is so good. How's the volume balance, by the way? You didn't play it until recently? What platform did you play it on? Held up at 20. That's cool. Yeah. These things catch you more easily than they do in Sonic 2. Time for you to finally see someone beat this game? You haven't seen anyone beat the game? It's loud? How is it on your end, Dragoon? Should I turn it down a little bit? Can you guys hear me okay? Play on PS1. Volume balance is okay? Okay. Alright, gotta be careful here. Those things are kind of tricky because they don't pass through each other, they just bounce off of each other, which is pretty tricky. Don't go on many Sonic streams. Not much of a Sonic fan. I am a huge Sonic fan. Unfortunately, the 3D Sonic games are not great. Stupid motherfucking bee thing. Got stuck at this level. My friend, she's so bad at 2D Sonic. She played Sonic Adventure and stuff, but she never played a 2D Sonic game before this. So, like, she couldn't even get past the first level when she first played it. And then I made her play it. And she got so frustrated with Hydrocity Zone. Man, she kept on dying on it and she got really mad. But she got past it though eventually. Map 8 of Super Mario Bros. 3, really? You know, I heard a lot of people say that, you know, that they find this game to be very hard. And, you know, it's difficult to balance games like this because you're trying to balance, it for both newcomers and fans, because the fans, they have no problem with it. In fact, like, if you talk to them, they're gonna say that this game's actually a little bit too easy. But the newcomers, you know, they're gonna say it's too hard. So it's hard to really please everyone. But I think this game has a pretty good difficulty balance between pleasing the new and the old. I'm an old fan. When I was a kid, me and my sister saved up money to get a Game Gear, and it came with Sonic 2. And that was hard. Sonic 2 for the Game Gear is probably the hardest Sonic game. Probably the hardest platforming Sonic game. I think Sonic Spinball is harder, but I mean, that doesn't count. You know, it has a digital manual. Yeah, in the options, somewhere in the options you can see a manual. Yeah, damn it. So you always want to be in a ball. That way you're rolling around at top speed. And when you're rolling around in a ball, you don't want to touch the controls. Like, you don't want to push left or right or anything. You just want to leave it alone. Because it can actually affect the momentum and kind of screw it up. So when he's like zooming around like that, you just let go of the D-pad, basically. Yeah, that's a common mistake that people make. In order to put him into a ball, some people don't even know this. You have to push down, and then he'll roll into a ball. When I play Knuckles Chaotix, I always choose Mighty. Because I really like his design. And in fact, when they were first making Sonic, they were debating whether to make him a hedgehog or an armadillo. The reason why they were debating between the two is because they knew that they wanted a character that could roll into a ball, and those were the two animals that could do it. So you could say that Mighty is, you know, one of the prototypes of Sonic the Hedgehog himself. That's why he's so similar to him. Sonic the Armadillo could have happened. Could have happened. In an alternate universe, maybe. There was a game called Sonic Heroes, and in that game was something called Team Chaotix, which had 3 of the characters from Knuckles Chaotix: SBO, Vector the Crocodile, Charmy the Bee. But Mighty was not in it, so some people thought that the reason why he wasn't in it was because like Sega didn't have the rights to him anymore, but that was total bullshit. The reason why he wasn't in it was just because each team was limited to 3 people, and he was the one that had to be cut out, that's all. Alright, this is Puyo Puyo. There was a game called Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which was basically just Puyo Puyo reskinned to have Sonic characters. So that's what this is a reference to. In case you're wondering why we're playing Puyo Puyo. I'm not that good at Puyo Puyo. I'm much better at Tetris. Let's see. Let's put that there. There's lots of different strategies to get this working, but I don't know about those strategies. Put that in there. You like Chaotix? A lot of people don't like Knuckles Chaotix. I love it. It's a different kind of game though, so I kind of understand why people don't like it, because it's not like the other ones. But it still has a lot of awesome high-speed action. Originally in speedruns, they didn't know how to skip this, so speedrunners had to become really good at Puyo Puyo. But now apparently there's like a glitch that they exploit to get around this. It's too bad, because they should play more Puyo Puyo. Become expert Puyo Puyo players. Put that thing there. Yeah. Yeah, 32X, you know, like, the 32X, like, graphically, it was really impressive, because, like, the colors that that thing could produce, those 32X games are so colorful, you know, like, the main problem was it came, like, they had already released the Sega CD, and then they released the 32X, like, it was too much. Like, having either one was a mistake looking in hindsight, but like at least, you know, a better idea would have been to just make the 32X and the Sega CD the same kind of thing. Like give all the color advantages to the Sega CD when they released it, instead of just making yet another attachment. But I mean, obviously, like I said, it would have been a better idea not to make either one. There actually are a couple of Sega CD games that are pretty cool, though. Oh, excuse me, 32X games. I mean, there are a ton of Sega CD games that are really cool. But obviously, like, Knuckles Chaotix is really cool. It's a gorgeous game. And there's also a few other games like Tempo. One of these days I should stream that, because it's kind of cool. There's Tempo, there's also another game called Calibri. Yeah, 32X just didn't have a lot of games, and it came out like right around the same time the Sega Saturn came out. You know, there's miscommunication between Sega of America and Sega of Japan. Basically, Sega of Japan was working on the Sega Saturn and didn't tell Sega of America about it. Holy shit, talk about bad communication. Yeah, you know, it was backwards compatible, the 32X, because it just plugged right into your Sega Genesis. The main problem with all those attachments, though, is that they're constantly segmenting the market. You know, when you make a Sega CD or a 32X, the market is necessarily smaller than your Genesis market. So it's just such a bad idea. I can't remember exactly when it came out, the Sega CD. But there were a lot of great games on the Sega CD. Sonic CD, of course, but there's also Snatcher, which is just amazing. There's also this game called Popple Mail, which is kind of a cool action RPG. I never played much of it, but it looks good. We should play it one day. We can stream it. And, like, they really took advantage of the CD hardware in that thing, you know, like, the music in those games is so good. You know, they actually have lyrics in those songs, because back then they thought that was the future of game soundtracks. They thought that game soundtracks were going to sound like real music. But they failed to do that. And, like, I never understood why, because I think that's really cool. My neighbor had a Sega CD. The Rings. Shining CD. Is that Shining Force? Yeah, the Sega CD was expensive. It was $200 at the time. That was very expensive. Why the fuck can I jump over these things? There's also another pretty cool game called, I think it's called Sylphid. That's a pretty cool shooter. It has like an isometric view. And that has a really good soundtrack as well. And then there was Batman Returns. The draw to that game was it had this cool Mode 7 driving portion to it. The rest of the game is just kind of like a beat 'em up, which is nothing too special, but that driving portion was pretty cool. Get over there. Okay. There we go. I'm so glad they made this Plus version and added these new characters, because they're really cool. Mighty and Ray the Flying Squirrel. I hope they have them in future Sonic games as well. But more importantly, I really hope we get, like, good 3D Sonic games. Because they fixed 2D Sonic. Now we just need to fix 3D Sonic. Yep, too many. You know, it was like a lot of bad decisions Sega made. Very sad times. Sonic Colors is good, Sonic Generations was good, but like neither game like was like AAA, you know? They were good, but there was room for improvement. And it was fine, because, you know, things were looking up. But instead of getting better, things got worse. You know, they went from Sonic Generations to Sonic Lost World. And then they went from Sonic Lost World to Sonic Boom, which was a complete fucking pile of shit. You know, like, how did they fuck things up? You know, things were looking so good. And then they released that other game, Sonic Forces, which, like, they knew was a budget game. That's why they charged, like, $45 for it on day one. Like, how the fuck did they fall? Just when things were turning around, finally. Yeah, Sonic Colors was good. We didn't stream that game yet. We streamed Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. So we gotta do Sonic Colors one day. You think they should have had the CD 32X in the US and Saturn in Japan? You know, like, the biggest mistake was not having a Sonic game on the Sega Saturn at all. And that was one of the biggest mistakes. I shouldn't say it was the biggest mistake, it was one of the big mistakes. They were gonna make Sonic Extreme, but then they canceled it because it missed the holiday deadline. For some reason, Sega bigwigs, they hate delaying any Sonic game. And like, they're fucking assholes, ruining Sonic, basically. In any case, Sonic Extreme, who knows if it would have been a great game, but I think it showed promise. But what they should have done, actually, was make a game like this for the Sega Saturn, you know, just make another 2D Sonic game, and that would have been fine. Yeah, the Sega Saturn was $400 on day one, you know, and PlayStation 1 was $300. That was a big mistake. And also the hardware for the Sega Saturn, it had too many processors. It had like 4 processors, if you count the sound processor. So that made it really hard to program for. You know, not a good idea at all. There we go. No, I never played Sonic 06. That game was a piece of shit. Yeah, there was basically the CEO, Bernie Stolar, that was his fault. He wouldn't localize any 2D Japanese Sega Saturn games because he didn't want the Sega Saturn to look inferior compared to the PlayStation. But that was what the Sega Saturn excelled at. It excelled at 2D processing. So, like, basically Sega fans hate Bernie Stolar because he basically destroyed Sega Saturn with his shitty decisions. And it turned out that, oh, the 2D games are actually the ones that aged the best. Because 3D from that era basically looks like shit, generally speaking, you know? But the 2D games, they age really well. Age like a fine wine. He hated JRPGs, yeah. He was in for a rude awakening when Final Fantasy VII came out, right? It's like, oops, maybe those JRPGs are actually a good thing. He got like a big ass retirement package when he left. It's like he ruined Sega and then he got a big bonus for it. And let's go set this thing. Let's do a few more of these things. Oh yeah, so this is like the first special stage of Sonic and Knuckles. This one introduced the gold spheres, which make you bounce really high. The Sonic and Knuckles special stages are harder generally. They always confuse me. Yeah, they didn't dominate. They did okay. Final Fantasy 3 was Final Fantasy 3, aka Final Fantasy 6, was considered an extremely good game by video game critics. So was Chrono Trigger. Oh, shit, what the fuck am I doing? This is new. I don't remember that. Yeah, Chrono Trigger as well. Right, we got 4 more. Where are they? So these 4 that are remaining, they always hide these things from me. Oh, there they are. Yeah, platformers were a big genre back then. I love platformers. I've been playing Cuphead offline these days a little bit. It's an amazing game, so good. Weird coins? What are you talking about? If he was the head of the Xbox 360, would have been praised? Maybe. There we go. That coin, I don't know exactly, like, it doesn't really do anything. It just, like I said, you do those bonus stages to unlock, like, extras. At Vesperia? What is that? This is Flying Battery, yeah. Okay. Whoops. Tales of Vesperia. I heard of the Tales series. I never played them though. I played Grandia. That's a game that a lot of people love. I didn't like it. It was boring to me. Grandia was made by the same guys who made Lunar. That's another really popular JRPG series on the Sega CD. There's a lot of really classic games on the Sega CD. Personally, I didn't like Grandia, but I know a lot of people love it. It was made by Game Arts, I think is what they're called. Where the hell am I? I'm so confused. Where do I go? Look at that, that's kind of a cute animation there. Game Arts here. Call of Duty is so bad. I can't stand Call of Duty. I've never played a Call of Duty game before. I I never got caught up in that hype. Alright, so this part, Act 2 is gonna have some Wing Fortress elements. So that's pretty cool. Desert Bus was also on the Sega CD. Well, it was cancelled, but you can get an ISO of it. There we go. See, am I gonna die if I go this way? No. I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna live. Fortnite. I've played Fortnite. Fortnite's not bad. At least it's free. But yeah, like, you know, so many little kids. Like, any game that little kids play, you know, like, basically turns into a disease because they're so toxic. Like, the fan base just becomes toxic. But luckily, I don't deal with those little kids. Desert Bus soundtrack, it does not. The only soundtrack it has is the sound of the engine. Desert Bus was a game that was I don't want to say it was made by, but like I guess Penn and Teller was responsible behind it, and like they made a game that was never released, but it was finished. And it included a whole bunch of mini games, and like one of them was Desert Bus, and like a point was like to show that realism in video games is not necessarily a good thing, and like because there was like a big outcry against violence in video games, and they wanted to make a point that, you know, complaining about realism doesn't result in any bad stuff. You know, it doesn't result in kids turning into psychopaths and stuff like that. So they just created this stupid bus simulator, basically. Oh boy. Damn it. Yeah, like you drive from one point to another for like hours, and it's so boring and crappy. So that's Desert Bus. Somehow I got stuck down here with these fucking things. This is like the worst. You gotta kill all these fucking things, but you can take a different route. Maybe I should go up here. Yeah, the steering on the bus, it veers off to the side, so you can't just like keep it running. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they actually do as live streams of Desert Bus on Twitch, and they do it for charity. Like the video for the bus is like tiny, and then they have like a big screen for all the antics that they do. I mean, like they do other things on that stream, I'm assuming. Big thing of the 2000s. There's some channel on Twitch that does like a marathon of Desert Bus. I don't remember the name of the channel though. But yeah, they stream it for charity. This is all new to me. I don't remember seeing this stuff. Whoops. Might be YouTube. I've seen it on Twitch though. Maybe they stream it on YouTube as well. Whoops. Fucked up. We gotta hit that thing. Sometimes you can get 2 hits per cycle, but it's kind of tricky. Damn. There we go. Did I get a second hit there? I think so. Probably not. Can't even tell if I got any hits there. Yeah, I don't think it's getting hits. That's very annoying. There we go, 2 there. There we go. Yeah, the bosses are pretty cool. Some of them are kind of easy. But there's, I mean, like, when you have a boss after every act, inevitably some are gonna be better than others. But on the whole, I think they're pretty cool. So this hang glider was first appeared in Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. So that's a cool nod to classic Sonic game on Game Gear. So this zone, what do they call it? Press Garden. This is a totally new zone. So it's not like a remake of an old zone or anything like that. Hey, Forsaken! Forsaken James is in the house! How you doing, Forsaken? I haven't seen you in a million years. What are you up to? It started in Sonic 3. There are some, I'm sure this level does have some references to other Sonic games. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but when I see them, I'll let you know. How you doing, Forsaken? What's new? What kind of games are you playing these days? This thing and this thing. Oh, they trolled me. I always fall for that trick. Chili Mac. Oh, I did it again because I was looking at Forsaken's comment. Quite full. You know what? I haven't eaten anything yet. I could go for some chili. But I don't know where I can get it. Not around here. Should I get that special stage? Ah, fuck it. Fuck it. Chili's great. I haven't had chili in a long time, though. You know what I like? I like chili dogs. Chili dogs are Sonic the Hedgehog's favorite food. It was established in the cartoons, but you never saw him eat a chili dog in the video games until Sonic and the Black Knight. Playing a copy of Dark Souls Remaster on the Switch? Nice. Dungeon Village. What is that? Never heard of that before. Let's see, where do we go? There it is. Dark Souls. Did you say you're gonna get Sekiro? I think you said you're not gonna get Sekiro. Not Dark Souls enough for you. Whoops. Ah! Better to be a little bit more patient. There we go. Alright, so these guys, these enemies, they are from Mushroom Hill Zone in Sonic & Knuckles. A lot of people are saying we need a Sonic Mania 2, and I definitely wouldn't have a problem with that, but I'd rather have a Sonic 5. Like a 2D Sonic game with all new brand levels. The whole game consists of brand new levels. That's what I'd rather see. Oh, you didn't like it? That's too bad. It looks fantastic to me. Game where you build up a town, wandering warriors stop by, kill enemies, live there. If you want, you can post a link to a video or something on Discord so you can check it out. See what this game's all about. Don't you love smashing through all those rocks and shit? I love smashing rocks. I like to play as Tremor in MKX. He's a cool character. He's not gonna be in MK11 though. Tremor has all kinds of rock moves. But there's two characters that have moves that are similar to his though. And they're pretty cool, so I guess it's okay. This looks like another Sonic & Knuckles level. Let's get through this thing. These levels are so dangerous. So you might be wondering how you do these levels. You gotta collect all the blue spheres. You might be wondering what makes them turn into rings. If you see a group of spheres, if you turn the perimeter into red spheres, they all turn into rings. It can be a little confusing if you're new to it, but most levels just have a whole bunch of blue spheres and then you just go around the perimeter. They all turn into rings. You get 3 hits per cycle, I guess. Gonna post a vid in Discord. Another game you've been playing is Ninja Village. I heard of that one. I heard of, there's a couple of ninja games, ninja platforming games coming out that are pretty cool. The Way already came out. I think that's what it's called, The Way. But there's another one, I forgot the name of it already. That one's really cool. These make great games. You play any Metroidvania games, PR? Ninja Village is when you've been looking at. Ninja Village is when you've been looking at. Not playing. I'm not playing Ninja Village, you fucking idiot. I'm looking at it. I hear ya. I hear ya. I look at lots of games. Looking. Look but don't touch. I'm more of a hands-on kind of guy. Don't have the money to buy it yet? But you got your eyeballs glued to it, huh? Mushroom Act 4? Whoa, what the fuck? I didn't know there was a bottomless pit in this level. Jeez. I can see some similarities drawn between this and Mushroom Hill. But I do think this is unique enough. And they have demos of the game on the Switch. Okay, yeah. Maybe I will check that out. Have you tried out Tetris 99, Forsaken? Been playing a lot of Tetris. I don't know if you're a Tetris kind of guy, though. Tetris kind of guy like me. Yeah, we can stay in Ice Cube form. Smash through all the stuff. Yeah, let's go into another special stage. Well, these are called bonus stages, actually. Oh, this is totally different. Hold on. Hold up. So remember, go around the perimeter. Even though it's not in the shape of a square, as long as you go around the perimeter, they all turn into rings, just like that. Just like that. Whoops. Oh well. Wasn't big on it. That's too bad. I like it. It's not as good. The control's not as good as Puyo Puyo Tetris, but it's still good. I convinced Owly to get it, and she likes it. There was a competition not too long ago, and if you got in the top 1,000, you would get 1,000 free Nintendo points. So I competed, and hopefully I got it. I don't know though, but I think I did pretty well. I got 1,000 points. So I made sure to get over 1,000 points just to be in like a comfortable zone. I was playing it a lot. Hopefully I got it. Hopefully. I deserve it. I deserve to win. Chirky boy? You mean Chirky boy? You speak of the Chirky boy. The chirkiest boy in the world. Yeah, I think he went to bed. Yeah, we unfortunately streamed pretty late today. Made a huge typo. It's Chirky boy. Yeah, I think he went to sleep. Yeah, unfortunately, I was a little busy today. I couldn't stream earlier. I'm gonna be gone for 10 days, starting on the day after tomorrow. So if you're wondering where I am, I did not vanish into thin air. I'm just gonna be gone for a little bit. That's all. Yeah, shit. This guy's kind of tricky. You have to hit him when he's in the air. Oh, come on. Fucking hell. Yeah, they do star you. Star you, the Pokemon. There we go. Nope, not gonna vanish in there. I'll be on Discord from time to time, though. I think I should be. Hopefully. Let's see, what do we got? What's the next zone? Oh, okay. This is, so Stardust Speedway, this is a Sonic CD level. It's really cool. But believe it or not, like, in Sonic CD, you had, several different versions of the same zone. So you had, past, present, and 2 futures. So this is actually the past version of Stardust Speedway. It has great music. So these little spin thingies are from Marble Garden Zone. Whoops. Whoops. Man, fucking up so badly. Look at me. There we go. So those ring things that you see over there, those are also from Marble Garden Zone. It's pretty cool. So playing as Mighty, see right there, you saw him bouncing off of that guy. That's Mighty's ability. So it comes in handy. You know, helps prevent taking some damage. It's good for beginners. Although probably Tails is still the best beginner character. Want to do another zone? Let's try to do that. Let's see, gotta head this way. Just concentrating a little bit here because these zones are getting pretty tough. That was close. Yikes. Whew, that was tough. Been playing Skyrim again? Bores the hell out of you? Yeah, I haven't played Skyrim yet, or Oblivion. I have beaten Daggerfall and Morrowind. Ah, shit. Took me, like, those were on my backlog for a long time. But yeah, we'll play Oblivion and Skyrim one of these days, and also Fallout 4. Fallout 4 should be pretty awesome. I'm actually looking forward to Fallout 4 more than Skyrim. Marble Garden reference with those gigantic spiked boulders, I guess. Never get bored of Morrowind? It's the first Elder Scrolls game you played? You have lots of memories? Nice. If one of these days we'll stream it again. Can't say exactly when, but we never did the expansions for that game, so we'll definitely do that. This time we can actually do it with all the graphical enhancers, so it'll look really cool. Did you ever play with those graphical enhancers, Forsaken? They make the game look really good. Okay, at the boss. This boss should be pretty simple. Get it? Okay. There we go. Only play on the Xbox. Xbox, yeah. That has crappy graphics. You can permanently be a werewolf. Nice. Yeah, I was a werewolf in Daggerfall. It's pretty cool. So you might be wondering what that thing was that he just jumped on top of. That's the roboticizer. You can only see the roboticizer when you go in the past in Sonic CD, and you gotta destroy that, and then when you destroy that, you get a good future. It's kinda cool. So what you're seeing now is what the good future looks like. Very colorful, very cool looking. Yeah, Sonic CD was just it had so much like shit. It had so much shit in it. Like each level had 4 different versions of it. That's crazy. There's just so much because they were able to do that because it was CD format. You could put more shit on it. Be kind of cool for them to do like a Sonic CD 2 or something. Maybe Christian Whitehead can do that. That'll be one hell of a game though. It's unlikely. But who knows? So now they're kind of mixing in another Sonic CD level here. I forgot the name of this one. Might be, I don't think it's Wacky Workbench. I can't remember the name of it. Kill this guy. Wow, this guy does not want to die. It's cool stuff. Look how many pathways you can go through. It's also part of the reason why making a 3D Sonic game is so hard to do, because it's hard to capture the multiple pathways in 3D, you know? There's so many pathways you can take in this. In 3D, like, it almost necessarily becomes more linear. it's Metal Sonic. So this is going to be a reference to the race with Metal Sonic in Sonic CD. Race with Metal Sonic is very tough in Sonic CD. In this game, it's easier, but still tough. Okay, so these guys, these are Silver Sonic. Silver Sonic made his appearance in Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. So we get, I don't know what they call this guy, ginormous dude. Ah, fucked up. So you had a ginormous Metal Sonic in Knuckles Chaotix as well, except he was red. Maybe I gotta take this slow. I'm trying to, like, kill him quickly, but it's not a good idea. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Damn it. This guy, he's still tricky for me. So this fight actually is not in the original Sonic Mania. It's not a hard fight, it's just one that you have to get used to. Like, sometimes he doesn't bounce the way that he's supposed to. Please! Oh man, he gets stuck in the left every damn time. There we go. No rings. But we're okay. I wonder if you hit that guy if you die with no rings, even though you beat the boss. Hydrocity Zone. Now, it is Hydrocity, not Hydro City. Remember, Hydro City is 2 words. Hydrocity is 1 word. Everyone knows that. So they kind of reversed Act 1 and 2 in this game. We're actually playing through something that's more similar to Act 2 first. So this zone is kind of a sticking point for a lot of people because the boss for Act 2 is pretty tough if you're not used to it. But once you're used to it, it's not too bad at all. The remix music is so good. So this bubble thing that you see here, this is from Sonic, the Game Gear Sonic games. So it's a nice reference to it, very cool. We're gonna go up there. Ah, that's the silver ring. Oh, can we get it? Let's see. So the silver ring, what that does is that if you get hit, instead of losing a whole bunch of small rings, you lose like a couple of big rings instead. So it just makes it easier for you to collect your rings again. That first appeared in Knuckles Chaotix. Oh boy, oh boy. Damn it. I knew I was fucked. Like, a second before I actually got fucked. Eh, fuck it. We don't need it. Let's be extra careful here. Basically, we just gotta be on this side. There we go. Bam. Used to own Knuckles Chaotix on the 32X, but sold it because couldn't play 32X. Didn't feel like buying the power cord? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. So you had a 32X. I always wanted one as a kid. And I was so desperate to play Knuckles Chaotix. I was such a huge Sonic fan, so like that was my passion. Like when I saw Knuckles Chaotix in stores, I was in love. I needed to play it. Finally got to play it during the age of emulation. And I loved it. Some people don't like it, but I love it. Those people are stupid. No, it's a different kind of Sonic game, so it's not gonna appeal to everyone. This is kind of a cool boss fight. You get to be in the robot chair thing that Robotnik's usually in. It's just kind of annoying dealing with these bombs. Did you have a Sega Saturn? neighbor had a Sega Saturn, but he only had crappy games for it. He had Sewer Shark, and that was basically it. That was the only game I ever saw that he had. And that game sucked. But there were a lot of good games on the Sega Saturn. Sega CD, I mean. There were good games on the Sega Saturn, too. Yeah, Sega CD, that didn't work. What games did you have on the Genesis? Let's go up this way. Ah! Oh well. Go up this time. There we go. Going up is always better. Taking the high path, always better. It's easier, less bullshit, less water. Speaking of the high path, let's see what's up here. Go in there for more goodies, but they're taking up a lot of time. We got no time to lose. Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, Sparkster. Oh yeah, Sparkster. That was, Rocket Knight 2, right? Tasmania, Taz Escapes from Mars, Sonic Pinball. By Sonic Pinball, do you mean Sonic Spinball? Sonic Spinball is hard as fuck. I never beat that game. One of these days I should play it and try to beat it, but it's really hard. Rocket Arena is really good. Sonic Spinball. Have you ever beaten Sonic Spinball? Because that game's hard as fuck. Like, it is like really hard. I had Sonic games, of course. Not Sonic 1, though, interestingly enough. Only a couple of levels, yeah, me too. It's just too hard. Yeah, I agree. Sonic Spinball needs a new version of it. Like, one with better controls and smoother animation and stuff. That'd be great. You know, like a Sonic Mania version of it, you know? Just in terms of, like, having an enhanced version of it with, you know, all the stuff I mentioned. That would be great. Nah, we don't need to go there. Yeah, one of these days I'll try to stream Sonic Spinball and try to beat it. Alright, this boss can be tough, but it's not too bad. Hopefully I know how to do this. Once you get used to it, it's not too bad. When Owlie was playing this, she hated it. She kept on dying. And she did finally beat it though. And then when she beat it, she was like, that is the hardest game I've ever played. But it's not over yet. Robotnik never gives up. He never dies. He's such a D-bag. You can kind of juggle on top of them sometimes. There we go. There we go. That's how you juggle. And that was Hydrosity. Yeah, I had all those Sonic games. I had Ren and Stimpy's Invention, which was kind of a shitty game, but kind of fun at the same time. It had two-player co-op, so that was kind of good. Yeah, it's Hydrosity, not Hydrocity. Some stupid people call it Hydrocity, but they're stupid. They don't understand that Hydrocity is 2 words, not just 1 word. I can't stand those D-bags. They all must be punished for their crimes against humanity. So this zone right here, this is Mirage Saloon. Now, PR, I got some trivia for you. On the Sega Saturn, there was a game called Silhouette Mirage, which was a game made by Treasure. It's a really cool platforming game, with some shooting mechanics and stuff. It's really good, really cool, very good graphics. In that game is a big gun, big revolver gun. And in this game, there's a big revolver gun, so that's a direct homage to Silhouette Mirage. Really cool. I've never heard anyone identify that reference, except for me. Probably because not a lot of people have played Silhouette Mirage. Sonic found lone fox named Miles, whom he later named Tails. Yeah, I forget exactly what the official storyline is for how they met, but yeah, Tails' name is Miles per Hour, which is a pun on miles per hour. There's the gun. See the gun over there? We'll get into it in a second. So this initial act, most of Act 1, is a reference to Sky Chase Zone. How do I get in there again? I forget. I can go down here. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Tomboy. Has stream without you? What do you mean? I announced it on the Discord. I was like, let's stream, dudes. It's party time. How you doing, Tomboy? Hope everything's going well. We're on Mirage Saloon right now. So, getting close to the end, but there's still a little bit more to go. It's a long game. This This stage is kind of tough. You gotta take all the shortcuts. Here's a shortcut. Problem is that thing takes all those shortcuts too, so. Let's see if I can get this thing. That'd be great if we can get super mighty. That'd be cool. Usually I can't get the super form on the initial playthrough of it. Like I have to do it after I beat the game, but maybe we can pull it off. Probably not though, because I don't know where the other super rings are located. I just have to kind of get lucky with them. Really, the best way of finding them is to have like a character that can fly, like Tails or Ray the Flying Squirrel. With the other characters, it's much harder to find them. There, now we got some speed. Just concentrating a little bit here, so I can't fuck it up. So in case you're wondering how this all works, you collect rings in order to stay in the stage. See how the ring counter's dropping down at the top there? And you collect the blue spheres to go faster. So the more blue spheres you collect, the faster you go. You gotta catch up to that D-bag running away with my emerald. There he goes. There he goes. Come up here. There we go. Fuck you for not being in Discord. I saw you in Discord. I said hello to ya. So in this game, Mach 2 is 30 miles per hour? I don't know. We go like supersonic speed. The fastest Sonic game I would say is probably Sonic Unleashed HD. That game goes really fast. Very cool looking for the daytime stages. Unfortunately, the rest of the game is complete garbage. Luckily, you can play all of the good stages in the Unleashed project for Sonic Generations PC. And get some headphones, sounds good. Alright, so this is the gun that I was telling you guys about. This big-ass gun. That's in another game called Mirage Silhouette for the Sega set. Okay, so the boss you're about to see, this caterpillar guy, this boss was in Gigalopolis Zone for Sonic Chaos on the Game Gear. Very cool, except he's doing a different attack pattern here. But in, if you play Remix version, the Remix mode, he attacks in a similar pattern to how he does in the Game Gear version. Yeah, I'm feeling what you're saying, Forsaken. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Forsaken, have you played Sonic Mania yet? Two on that cycle. This guy's kind of tricky because he keeps on jumping in from the 3D area into the foreground, so it's kind of hard to hit him when he's doing that, but then he'll come and attack you from the left and right, so it's a little easier to hit from there. Haven't played it yet? Oh, you should get it. It's great. It's so much fun. I love this game. I've been in it so many times. And the Plus version comes with 2 extra characters, Mighty and Ray the Flying Squirrel. Father is talking pretty loud. Alright. So, Mirage Saloon. So Amara Saloon originally began as a so Christian Whitehead performed the Android port of Sonic 2. And in Sonic 2, there was originally going to be a zone called Dust Hill Zone. But it was canceled because of time issues, time constraints. So when Christian Whitehead did his port of Sonic 2 to Android, he was gonna reintroduce Dust Hill Zone into the game, similar to how he reintroduced Hidden Palace Zone into the Android version of Sonic 2. So really cool. But there were problems, and he had to scrap the idea. But the work that he did on that level eventually turned into this zone that we see here, Mirage Saloon. So pretty cool. And it's a gorgeous level. This is one of my favorite levels in Sonic Mania. Tomboy, how many times have you beaten this game? Some people have only beaten it once, but since I'm a Sonic fan, you know, I gotta beat it so many times. And I never get sick of it because it's just so good. Several times, there you go. Not one, not two, several. The ambiguous several. Could be 4 times, could be 5, we'll never know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery to everyone. Sonic fan? Never had one? Oh, these guys are pretty cool. So these guys, he's gonna morph into like a whole bunch of different guys. So this is Fang the Sniper, also known as Knack the Weasel. Despite his name, he's not actually a weasel. The original designer of his character intended him to be an animal called a chirboa, which I'm sure most people have no idea what the fuck that is. Chirboa, I'll post a link to what it looks like on the Discord. It kind of looks like this little hopping mouse. It's a very interesting looking animal. So I guess like since no one ever heard of a chirboa, that's why they changed it. They changed the name to Knack the Weasel, even though he looks nothing like a weasel. The other guys, you saw that bear. That's Bark the Bear. And then the other guy was Dynamite Ducks. They were in the game Sonic the Fighters. Those fellas from Who Framed Roger Rabbit are weasels, literally and figuratively. It's been so long since I watched that movie. I saw it, like, little bits and pieces of it as a kid, but that was about it. This is a pretty cool stage transition. This is only in the Sonic Plus version. We don't see this in the regular version. Oh, thank you, Tomboy. Part of the reason why I didn't get hit was because I'm playing as Mighty, and anytime he's in a ball, he has immunity to some attacks, and also to spikes. See, I'll jump on this spike, and no damage. Pretty cool. It's a good character for beginners. Nice ground pound ability. Like I said before, in the original Knuckles Chaotix, Mighty had a very different ability in that game. He had like a wall kick ability, which allowed him to climb walls, which was really cool. But his abilities in this game give him more personality, or more original. when I first played this game, I thought maybe Mighty would be better than Ray the Flying Squirrel, but Ray the Flying Squirrel is really fun to play as. And he's really, like, if you ever watch speedruns of this game, it looks so cool to watch that. Like, I'll post one on Discord later. You do the transition in the original too? I know they added a whole bunch of transition screens, transition animations and things in the Plus version. So, like every zone has a zone transition now in the Plus version. In the original, they didn't have it for everything. Wonder if the Mighty guy dips out if you waste too much time, like in Sonic did in the older games. Oh, you mean Sonic CD? You want to see his idle animation? Hold on, let's see. Let's see what he does. I actually don't think I've ever looked at it. Let's check it out right now. Let's see what he does. In Knuckles Chaotix, the idle animation came in very quickly. He's just like,
Hey, what are you doing? He's like, what are you doing? Let's get going. Let's get going. Come on, let's go. What are you doing?
that's what he's doing. Oil Ocean's a pretty cool level. One of the more original zones, I think. Like a lot of Sonic games, you get like really unoriginal zone themes. You know, like how many fire and ice zones are there, you know? Like, come on. But Oil Ocean is one of the more original ones. Yeah, nice little touches. It gives games so much personality when they put that extra attention into it. Alright, this boss shouldn't be too tough. You gotta just make sure you're in the middle when he shoots up the, thing. So stay in the middle when he does it. See the spikes. Other than that, it's pretty just easy. That's the thing about the bosses. Some of the bosses are a little easy. But I guess it depends on what character you play as, because maybe some characters will be a little tougher. World of Long Plays. World of Long Plays plays a lot of fucking games, but I think they use tools, honestly. Like, I think they use cheats to play some of their games. Like, because they shovel those games out so quickly. Alright, so this zone, this act, has this kind of toxic gas mechanic, which is similar to the ghost mechanic from Sandopolis Act 2. You like World of Long Plays? Check them out if I just want to show people gameplay of like a game. This is so cool when you have the fire shield and you go into the oil, it lights it all up. It's so awesome. The fire shield did not exist in the original Sonic 2, it was only in Sonic 3, so when they announced that this level would be in Sonic Mania, people were wondering if they would have how the fire shield would interact with the oil. And sure enough, it lights it all up. It's so cool. I love it. Look at that. Look at those 2D effects. Yeah. Like for long plays and stuff, like I wish they would just be transparent with it and say, look, yeah, we use cheats, we use tools, we use save states and all the rest. Like, I know it's not like an official like competition or anything they're submitting it to, so there's no rules or anything, but like it's just part of integrity to be honest about that kind of thing. You know, and it's also, you know, if I'm gonna be a little pretentious here, it's a little less professional, you know, like if you're using save states and cheats and crap, play the game like legitimately. And, like, you can tell they're using cheats because like sometimes they'll do those long plays and they don't take any damage. Like they never get hit. And it's like that's bullshit. No matter how good at game you are, you're gonna get hit at some point, especially if it's like a new game. You know? Like you're perfect at the game at first try, never get hit once. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, turn up the volume on my voice, hold on. And the video game, turn it up on both. Alright. Okay, how's that? And then I'll turn it up on the game as well. Okay, how's that? Is that better? Okay. Alright, so this submarine was not in the original Sonic 2. This submarine is from Knuckles Chaotix. Sounds good? Good. There's this really cool level in Knuckles Chaotix. Actually, that's another game that has really cool zones. I'm so glad this game has so many references to so many classic Sonic games that I love. Not just from the Genesis series, but from Game Gear and 32X and Sonic CD. Chaotic love, yeah. You know, Christian Whitehead, he is a fan. That's why this game is amazing, because it was made by someone who loved Sonic. You know, if you get developers who don't care about what they're developing, it's gonna suck. That's why games suck. You know, like, you might wonder, how can anyone make a shitty game? It's because they're developing a game that they don't give a fuck about. You know, it's just a paycheck to them, you know. They don't care about quality. That's why indie games are so good, you know, because that's a passion of love. Gonna buy a soda? What soda are you gonna get? Maybe some Mountain Dew? Baja Blast? That's what I had today. Some Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Like Gen 7 of Pokemon, that would be Sun and Moon. Still need to play that. I started Black and White. I never got around to finishing it. Here's the robotic Kraken. This thing's kind of cool. Look at this. All these flames. Wild Cherry Pepsi? Oh, that sounds good. I love cherry soda. There we go. There we go. It's setting everything on fire. It's kind of hard to see when all those flames are going off. But we made it through. Look at this flying submarine. Lava Reef Zone. This is one of my favorite zones in the original Sonic & Knuckles and in this game as well. It has such good music. Listen to this. This is so good. So these Loch Ness Monster robots, they were originally in Sonic 2 Hilltop Zone, and they fit perfectly in this zone. And unlike Sonic 2, the enemy placement for them was actually pretty good. Like in the original, they were put in like bad spots because they were no challenge. Like, you didn't even have to interact with them. I love these spike ball things. Where is it? Where's the spike ball? I think it's up here. This is one of my favorite additions. Like in the original Sonic & Knuckles, you didn't get to see the didn't get to see this background. You only saw like the underground background. It's so cool how they have it here. There's a spike ball thing that looks so cool. It's like a renegade spike ball going crazy. How come Ocean Station didn't blow up? It's a big oil refinery. The whole thing should have blown up. It must be Eggman's. That's where he refuels to power all of his machines. Tomahawk Man? You mean Mega Man? Wasn't he in Mega Man 5 or maybe 6? Mega Man 6, okay. This looks like a Mega Man 6 stage. Yeah, this is a really cool looking stage. Oil is indeed flammable, yes. You don't want to mess with oil. You're gonna get fucked. These Loch Ness Monster guys. They're pretty cool. I think that there's like some secret thing over here. Got some secret shit. Oops. And we got a super ring. So this is number 4, I think. Jump too soon. Oh. They can be tricky. When I first played them, they were really tough. Even for me. Shouldn't have done that. No, we should do that. Death is part of life. You gotta die sometimes. It's just the way it is. Can't get up there. Oh well, just skip it. It's a powerful lesson in life and death. Lovely in the special stages. No big loss. Could do that bonus stage, but kinda wanna get going here. I really like the colors in this zone. Reds and the oranges, it looks so good. What's your favorite zone in this game, Tomboy? So all this, there's a lot more speed in the Sonic Mania version of this level. Same as mine. But you don't even know what mine is. Alright, let's go in this one. Let's just go in one. Need to unlock a few. Oh man, this one's crazy looking. Look at this crazy fucking level. Oh boy. Look at this. Lava Reef? Yeah, Lava Reef is good. Yeah, Lava Reef is really nice. You know what's not nice though? This level. This one looks really nasty. $59 more. Where are the rest? Over here? Jeez, this level sucks. This is one of those exclusive Sonic Mania Blue Sphere zones, and it's just... Unfortunately, this is probably one of the weaker aspects of the game, because these ones just aren't that good. There we go. There's a total of 32. Maybe I didn't even collect them all on the PS4 version. I'll have to check. If I didn't collect them all, then I better go back one day and collect them. I know I did a bunch. Don't need that, we already got it. Alright, so this boss is kind of tricky. I didn't even know how to beat him for the longest time. Like, he just kind of died on his own. The way it works is you gotta let him come down on top of this bedrock, and then he drills in, and then that fire kind of roasts his armor. And you gotta keep on repeating that until his armor's gone. So his armor is still there. Okay, now it's gone. Now we can start attacking him. Now it doesn't matter where he lands, just come down. Whoa. Lava? What do you mean? What about the lava? Act 2, everything's cooled down and crystallized, but now we get this really cool background. This is, I think this might be Wacky Workbench from Sonic CD, so even though this is still Lava Reef, they take a little inspiration from Sonic CD, which is really cool, so they kind of remix the two together. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Better to take the top routes, but sometimes you can't take the top routes. Let the fire roast the machine? Whatever. It's lava, but yeah, I mean, it's producing flames. Look, there's fire there. Lava produces flames. I don't know if you knew that. If you touch lava, you're gonna, believe me, you're gonna turn into flames. Lava is one of those things that you don't want to touch. Unless you like to turn into a human barbecue. You know what the difference is between lava and magma? Since you're such an expert. Lava's molten rock, yeah, that's right. But what do you know what the difference is between lava and magma? Because there's also magma. Ah, damn it. No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking if you know what the difference is. If you don't know, I can tell you. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. So the difference between lava and magma is just, lava is molten rock that has come to the surface, while magma is molten rock that's still bubbling underneath the core but has not surfaced yet. This thing's stomping all over the place. It's kinda cool. Let's get up here. Yeah. Lava's the same thing, it's just one that has surfaced. It can sometimes be red and orange, but not always. Like sometimes it can actually look kind of gray. See how useful that silver ring thing is? Very useful. This part's kind of cool. Like in the original Lava Reef, you got to see the Death Egg. In this one, you see, I don't know what that is, Death Egg 2.0 or whatever it is. And here in the Hidden Palace Zone area. That thing is taking off. We have to stop him. Yay! Thank you. Ran off. Japanese word for lava is yugen. Oh, yogan. Like yoga. Alright, what's next? I think it's just the final zone now, right? Let's see. We'll find out in a second. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, there's one more after this. This is a Sega CD level. You laugh when people mispronounce Japanese words? Well, I laugh when people mispronounce English words. How do you like that? Damn it. Gotta be careful when you get launched. The red ones launch you further. For the longest time I didn't know that. I never really noticed it. But someone in like a video pointed it out. I was like, oh shit. The orange ones don't launch you as much. Or the yellow ones. Get that one up here. Slow down a little bit, and we go through. As with any language, those things, I hate those things so much. They're so easy to get hit on. Alright, here we get launched into the background. This is kind of cool. You get like a pseudo 3D effect. Damn it. English is difficult sometimes. There's some hard words out there. Surprised they actually made this level into Sonic Mania, because this level isn't really that great. I mean, they did a good job with it. It's probably because of the launching into the background and the mini, when you turn into a mini form is the reason why they added it. Other than that, I think the level's kind of bland looking. It's not terrible, but I would have chosen a different zone.
You know what I'm saying?
Some words you can't pronounce if you've never heard the word before. What about triacyl glycerols? Even I can't pronounce it. Triacyl glycerols. Can you pronounce that word? That's a hard word for some people. Alright, here comes... This fight is basically the final boss for Sonic 1. Your dad's playing a video game? What video game's your dad playing? I said triacyl glycerols. Can you pronounce that word? There we go. Oh, it's going nuts. It's triacylglycerols. Triacylglycerols are the fatty acid produced by. The only reason why I know about it is because I did a speech on biofuel produced from algae. I did it when I was in college. Yeah, it's the fatty acids produced by algae to store energy, and you can use those to produce biofuels. Kind of cool. Glycerol. Yeah, it's a type of glycerol. Basically, glycerin is a fatty acid. So you have like, you may have heard of like nitroglycerin. That's basically just glycerin that had nitric acid added to it, and it becomes very explosive. They use that in the production of dynamite. Triacylglycerin. It might not be that far off the mark because crude oil is basically just algae that has been compressed over millions of years. So from the Triassic period, that might not be too far off. Fossil fuels, right? Kind of hard to see, what's in the foreground, what's in the background. Alright, so here's Mini Mighty. It's kind of cool. Kind of cute guy. Once found a fossil when you were a teen. It was a bug. Oh, you threw it? That's too bad. It might have been like a undiscovered species. Yeah, when I was a kid, I always wanted to find a fossil, but I never could. I was a big dinosaur nut, and I still am. There's not a lot of dinosaur video games. I was talking a little bit about Primal Rage earlier in the stream. That was a cool dinosaur fighting game. I love dinosaurs. There was Dino Crisis 1 and 2. Dino Crisis 1, they were kind of like Resident Evil clones. Nothing too special. Maybe one day we'll play Dino Crisis 2. Because that one's better from what I hear, but I played it only briefly. The trick to this thing is just gotta keep on hitting its gumball switch thing. Get to release all these little dudes and kill all the dudes. Each one is kind of like a miniature version of a boss that appeared in the previous Sonic game. These guys are the Act 1 boss, excuse me, Zone 1 boss from Sonic 2. Alright, final zone is next. Titanic Monarch. So it's called Titanic Monarch, but it's actually heavily based on a multiplayer level Sonic 3 called Chrome Gadget. It's kind of like the single-player, fleshed-out version of Chrome Gadget. It's very cool. Monarch butterfly. Monarch butterflies are kind of cool. You can see these cord things. They were in Chrome Gadget Zone. Very cool stage. The final boss is kind of annoying. He just looks kind of stupid, honestly. You know, he's not cool like the other bosses have been, so, I mean, I don't mind him too much, but I thought they could have done a better job. Like, some people didn't like the difficulty of him. That's not my problem with him. I care about the aesthetics, too. It just looks dumb. It doesn't look like what a final boss should look like. Anyway, we'll see what it looks like when we get to it. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Is that a pun? I used to collect some of the Sonic comics. They were actually not bad, like the ones made by Archie. Good example of a final boss is Kefka. Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, he was kind of cool. Like, he looked crazy in the end. Like, turned into this, like, demonic angel guy. That was kind of cool, actually, I have to admit. I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy VI, but yeah. I have to admit that final boss was pretty cool. I thought the final boss for Final Fantasy IV looked pretty cool. That was Zeromus, like this giant abomination. Sin was pretty cool from Final Fantasy X, although he was not the final boss. He still looked cool though, like this giant flying whale thing. We gotta play Final Fantasy X one day. We'll stream it. Yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I think, had the best final bosses. Both, you know, Mecha Sonic, Super Mecha Sonic is awesome. The giant Robotnik robot's awesome. Doomsday Zone boss was awesome. They're all awesome. Even Big Arm was kind of cool. Not as awesome, but kind of cool. Want to see that sexy main character in Final Fantasy X? You mean I mean, Titus? I never liked Titus. Not as awesome as The Miz? What's The Miz? Titus... Like, when I first played it, it was cool that it had full voice acting. In fact, I loved it. I loved the full voice acting. And the story was incredible. But yeah, he was a little whiny. You know, what kept me hooked on that game was the story. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. I had to find out what would happen next. Oh, yeah, now I know who you're talking about. Dude, The Miz, he was in that stupid MTV reality show called The Real World. Oh man. Like somehow he transitioned from The Real World to WWE. And I never liked that guy. Don't crush me. Yeah, I happen to know exactly who you're talking about. Oh, shit. Shit. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. Yeah, I don't know. I never really got into Final Fantasy VII much, actually, personally. I know a lot of other people love it. Ah. You know what? It's not a bad idea just to kind of camp around here. Well, there we go. See, Mighty's ability to just bounce off spikes and stuff really helps out a lot. Just one more hit, I think. Nope. Waka, he's a character from Final Fantasy X. Waka ended up with Lulu. Yeah, I seem to remember that. You didn't like Waka? Waka, yeah, he was like kind of annoying. There were some annoying characters in that. Dante from DMC looks fine. I love DMC. A lot of people hated DMC. But I am glad they made Devil May Cry 5. And so was everyone else. I still gotta get that game. Tomboy, didn't you play Final Fantasy X? I thought you did. You know, when I played Final Fantasy X, I just boosted up Yuna so I could get all the summons, the Aeons, powerful. The Aeons were the star of the show for me. You're a Japanese Power Rangers fan, so you mean Super Sentai? I always wanted to watch Super Sentai. I'm sure it would be like a lot more entertaining than like American Power Rangers. Oh, your brother did, I see. Orin had a big-ass sword, so yeah, he's cool. Big-ass swords are always cool in my book. Work with Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom I like. I like that movie. A lot of people don't like that movie, but I like it. Blue-eyed blonde guys? Sounds like she does. Pre-2000s is pretty good. Super Sentai. Tone isn't consistent. You know, I saw the original Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, that one bored me, honestly. A lot of people love that movie, but like, when I saw it after the other ones, and it just... I don't know, like, I just couldn't get into it. Shulk from Xenoblade. Yeah. That was a long game. The dude melting, yeah. There were a lot of melting dudes in Raiders. That is true. I just got fucked. That can be tough. A lot of people didn't like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I actually liked it. Some people didn't like all the aliens. They said it's not like Indiana Jones. Personally, I didn't mind it. It's not a movie I would watch again, but... you know. N from Pokemon Black and White, I go crazy for him, and Colress? Who's N? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know much about Pokemon Black and White. Yeah, one of these days I'll play it. Just gotta find the time. Got a lot of games in my backlog. Kind to Pokemon. What a nice guy. Look at this guy, being kind to Pokemon, instead of using them as weapons of war. Now where do we go? Won't spoil it? Okay. I appreciate that. this way? Where are we going? What's going on? Damn it! Damn it! I knew that was coming. Black and White 2 is that they are the most boring of all the gens. Not a big fan. Dude, I don't think Tomboy agrees with you on that one. Tomboy doesn't like sun and moon. This part's like annoying. You gotta like come down here and then launch yourself into that thing. There we go. Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, that was okay. I did beat Platinum. I'm looking forward to the new game, Sword and Shield. That I will definitely get. Gen 5 amazing story. Is Gen 5 X and Y? There we go. Alright, here we go. You guys ready for the final boss? You guys ready to do this thing already? All your friends are getting sword? I gotta check and see what the legendaries are. Did they announce what the legendaries are yet? Can only get 2 hits there. Missed. Alright, I'm gonna have to focus. Just got it. Give me that ring! Still another cycle, damn it. That's it. Game over. That went well. Sometimes I can have trouble with this motherfucker. But we managed to kill him without any deaths, so... Good stuff. Gen 8 is promising getting shield. No Enigma. What are you saying no to?
I don't understand.
Thank you, Forsaken. Or are you saying no that they didn't reveal the legendaries yet?
I'm dying to find out. I love the legendaries.
My favorite legendary might be Lugia. I also like Palkia. Alright, that's it. That was Sonic Mania Plus. What'd you guys think? Getting some serious lag on your end? Uh-oh. Let me see if I'm lagging. Well, luckily we're at the end of the stream. Oh, I'm in the red. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm lagging. It's not you, it's me. It's alright though. We're right at the end. I'm sorry about the lag. I don't know what's going on. Let me know if it clears up. But anyway, we're gonna close up after these credits are done rolling. How long was the stream? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Looks like I'm still in the red. Was good? Nice. Can you guys hear me? I know I'm lagging. Took a minute for me to see it, yeah. Sorry about that. Sometimes the internet, like the Wi-Fi, the way I know how to fix it is I have to basically restart the Wi-Fi, but then I have to restart the stream. But we're right at the end, so just hope it kind of clears up. No, it's still lagging, dropping frames like crazy. If you guys, like, is it still lagging on your end, guys? Still lagging pretty bad. Alright, maybe we should just close up. I've reviewed this game twice, Dragoon. I literally did a review of both Sonic Mania and Sonic Mania Plus. You know. It's only so many times. Works now? Are we good? Let me see. Okay, looks like it's green. Alright. Looks like the lag has passed. That's good. Sit through the credits. We'll honor these people by appreciating their work. I really hope Christian Whitehead is working on a new Sonic game. Forsaken Jams just posted an emoji that I can't see. I gotta get better TV so I can see all those emojis. Lag storm again? Damn it. Well, we'll close up in just a second. but really glad we could play this game again. And guess what? We will do more. Why is it grayed out? There we go. We will do a round 3, a round 4. We'll play through this game using all the characters. So next time we play this game, we'll play through it using Ray the Flying Squirrel. Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Forsaken, for streaming with us. I hope you were able to come by more often. We might be able to do one more stream tomorrow. And, you know, just so you guys know, in case anyone missed it, I'm going to be gone for like 10 days, so after tomorrow, don't expect a stream for 10 days, at the very least. Yeah, we might stream something tomorrow quickly. I might be busy, but maybe we can stream something. But I might, if we do stream, it might be kind of early. We'll see. Thank you, Tomboy. There's still a couple of Sonic games we need to stream. We still need to stream Sonic Generations. So maybe one day we'll stream Sonic Generations. Because I actually do have that on the PC. Waking up at 3 p.m. It's almost 9:30 now. Time flies. Oh, you woke up at 3 p.m. Wow. Yeah, I used to be in that habit too. Stay up all night, wake up at 3 p.m. It's crazy. These days my sleep schedule is kind of normalized though, so not too bad. Not too bad. Goes on and off, yeah. These credits are going on forever. I kind of want them to just kind of stop already so we can close up and say goodnight. So when I get back, maybe we can finish up Earthbound at some point, and maybe we can do Mega Man X2. Definitely want to play Mega Man X2 soon. That would be a great game to play. And then after that, we can do Mega Man X3. And then guess what? We can do Mega Man X4 after that. And guess what? We can do Mega Man X5. No, we won't do them back to back. That's gonna burn me out. But we'll try to play as many of them as we can. I want to at least play through at least Mega Man X2 and X3. Time to go bye-bye! What is that from? I've heard that before. I can't remember what that's from anyway. There was a Miyazaki in support. Hidetaka Miyazaki? Nah. Miyazaki is a common name. Miyazaki, also, there's a Miyazaki that made, who worked at this animation studio called Studio Ghibli, and he made some amazing animated movies like Kiki's Delivery Service and Princess Mononoke. So, anyway, here we go. Mania mode, save slot 2. Look at this, 2 hours, 14 minutes. There we go. Super peel out. Sonic ability from Sonic CD now unlocked. What else do we unlock? Look at all the shit. Insta shield. What else? There we go. Alright, so that is it. No, 2 Miyamotos. Shigeru, of course, I heard of. Musashi Miyamoto? Not familiar with him. Alright, so that is it for tonight. I love Sonic. Hope you guys had fun. I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure. Like I said before, we might be able to get one stream in tomorrow. Just check Discord for when we do it. And then after that, I'm going to be gone for a long time. Okay? So, thank you guys. Much appreciated, and have a good night.